Thank you. Daphne is the young woman in Greek mythology that was chased by the god Apollo. His intention was to rape her, but he failed. The moment Apollo touched her, Daphne was transformed into a laurel tree and she was saved from being raped. As we know it here in the European Parliament, the name Daphne stands for an important initiative. 10 years ago, in the late summer of 1996, Europe exploded with the knowledge of what came to be known as the Dutroux affair. The discovery of the bodies of a number of missing girls in a town in Belgium raised serious questions about what we do to protect women and children from those who abuse or exploit them for profit. And in April 1997, a large number of representatives from NGOs, the European Parliament, the European Commission, law enforcement agencies and other experts gathered in Brussels for a hearing on these subjects. Maybe the most important result of this hearing was a commitment from the Commission to launch the Daphne initiative. What it amounts to is to put force behind the words, to give the campaign against violence a substantial budget. The idea behind it was simple enough: to financially support projects that would bring together NGOs from at least 2 member states to cooperate in research, data collection and analysis, good practice identification and sharing, training, exchange and networking, awareness raising and information campaigns, but also direct action to support victims of violence and produce guidelines and protocols. It seems simple enough, and who could possibly be against? But as we all know, our society is characterised by a systematic devaluation of the things women say, do and decide. This gender power structure affects everything, and it is at its most visible in the phenomenon of men's violence against women. The Daphne initiative, because of this, has been under constant threat ever since it started. It should be obvious that we should not mix the fight against violence with the fight against drugs. They are simply 2 different areas. It is the Commission that runs the Daphne project, but in this House it is Lizzie Gröner who should receive praise and support when we discuss the reborn Daphne initiative. She is one of the pioneers. Of course, there is still a long way to go before we reach the necessary zero tolerance towards violence against women and children. But the long-term importance of the Daphne initiative is the way it can affect grassroots organisations deeply embedded in all the member states of the Union. Zero tolerance is the goal, and Daphne is one of the means to that goal. Thank you.
Vielen Dank. Das Wort hat jetzt